Mapayapang hapon Pilipinas! Ito po ang inyong balerina ng bayan, si Lisa Macuja Elizalde na bumabati sa lahat ng nakikinig sa DZRH Radio at sa mga nanonood sa DZRH TV, lalo na sa ating mga kasamahang alagad ng sining at kultura sa buong bansa. Gaano nga ba kahalaga ang mangarap? And what does it take, really, to transform our dreams into reality? Sa mundo ng musika, teatro o kahit ano pang larangan, hindi sapat ang talento lamang. Kailangan ang matinding disiplina, walang katapusang tiyaga, at maraming sakripisyo upang maabot ang tagumpay. Mahalaga rin ang pagkakaroon ng matibay na determinasyon at tamang mindset upang harapin at lampasan ang bawat hamon. Sinasabi nga nila na ang bawat tagumpay ay nakakabit sa kwento ng pagsusumikap at hindi matitinag na dedikasyon. Sa pamamagitan ng mga karanasang ito, natututunan natin na kahit gaano pa kahirap ang daan, posible nating makamit ang ating mga pangarap basta't buo ang ating loob at handa tayong magsikap at ibigay ang lahat para rito. Sa hapong ito, aalamin natin ang kwento sa likod ng tagumpay ng award-winning musical theater at recording artist na si Tim Pavino. Dito lamang sa Art to Art, magbabalik po kami pagkatapos ng ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
ACS! Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate, putik, may libag pa.
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Nandito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama natin sa hapong ito ang premyadong pop balladeer na si Tim Pavino. Magandang hapon, Tim!
Hello po, magandang hapon po.
Welcome! Welcome to Art to Art. It's your first time in our
Yes,
program, yes?
It's my first time here.
Yeah.
Maraming salamat, Miss Lisa, for having me.
Well, thank you for gracing our show. But since it's your first time
Apo.
sa aming programa, magbalik tanaw muna tayo. Kwentuhan mo naman muna kami. Can you recall for us your first memories of wanting to become a singer?
Wanting to become a singer. Well, nung bata pa lang ako, I was watching mga Disney movies. Yung hili ko noon. And when my dad was still alive, parang na-annoy na siya sa akin. Kasi parang I repeat the songs over and over again. And then biglang sa, oh, sing one song, one whole song. Kinanta ko yung A Whole New World. And I feel like with that song, it was the start of many full circle moments in my life. Dahil si Miss Lea Salonga ang ganap ng Princess Jasmine, she ended up being my coach later on The Voice. So, but going back once again, from A Whole New World, parang nakita ng mom ko like, oh, he likes to sing, so I should put him in voice lessons.
I see.
And,
Ilang taong ka nito?
Siguro mga 4, 5
4
years
or
old.
5, kumakanta ka na.
Yes. Yeah, yung parang naging habit na siya. And then, my very first voice lessons was with Miss Cecil Azarcon, who became my tita na rin. So,
Yes, yes,
she's
that's
Cecil
right.
Azarcon Inocentes.
Which, naging guest namin yung auntie mo nga sa aming programang Art to Art. And nakwento niya yung concerts niya doon na ikaw naman ang parang bigla ang ikaw ang pumalit sa singer kasi parang hindi ko na maalala yung story pero parang ikaw yung naging featured singer sa kanyang concert, right?
Yes.
Oo.
Parang 2 years or 3 years ago. Na-concert siya sa Vallejo, California. And what I love about my tita, hindi lang siya tita, but also my voice teacher, mentor, and she's now guiding me to become more of a stage director. So I've been directing her shows na rin sa US. And during that particular show, parang there was something that happened backstage and I needed to continue the show somehow, some way. At nung time na yun, parang gumagamit kami ng -1s. And I said, oh my God, di ko na-prepare ng isa pang -1 for something like this to happen. And biglang, I just made it impromptu with the audience. I said, is there somebody here with YouTube? May internet ba dyan? Alright, let's go. Tapos nag-playtime na ako with the audience. And parang naging learning experience din yun sa akin. At sabi din ni Tita Cecile na she was so proud of me how I found a way to
how you
create a
handled
new
it.
moment. Yes. And I think as performers, we always try to find, even in times of almost failure, we can create something beautiful out of it. So.
It's a great learning experience talaga.
Yes.
Oo. Okay, so pwede mo bang ikwento ang early musical training mo? How did your time with the Fifth Avenue Musical Theater Company influence your development as a performer before moving to the Philippines?
Sure. Well, nung nasa high school pa lang ako, I was part of our drama team there, and there was parang a scholarship program that we had, and I was able to join sa Fifth Avenue workshop, and I got to learn from the likes of Steven Schwartz, who wrote many musicals like Pippin as well, and that's when I started to really love the art form of theater. And with the Fifth Avenue, I ended up going actually into college for music at Cornish College of the Arts sa Seattle, and I pursued opera and theater. That's how I continued my studies in terms of music. And recently, actually, just to add on top of it, I just finished a certification from Berklee School of Music for Music Business Foundation. So
okay.
now on the business side
Ang
of
galing
music.
naman kasi talagang continuous ang iyong learning.
Kailangan
no?
naman, I think, as artists, we're always learning, we're always creating, and hindi tayo pwedeng maging stagnant sa isang way of doing things.
Speaking of hindi tayo pwedeng maging stagnant, you relocated to Manila in 2011.
Yes.
Correct? So this marked a significant shift in your career. So what motivated you to make the move to Manila?
Well, originally, I was mentioning na nasa college ako for music. I was also working 3 jobs at the time. It was parang the time of recession and recuperation in the US. And my grandma, who lives here in Manila, well, when she was still alive, she wanted company. She wanted me to move here to the Philippines to be with her for a year or so. And sabi ng mom ko naman, this might be a chance for you to do something for what you love to do, which is music na rin, and to reintroduce yourself to the OPM genre. So I said, okay, sige, I'll go back to Manila to take care of my lola. So that's the original motivation for me to come back here, to be with my lola. And while I was here, she had dementia. She had a stroke right when I landed. And during that time, parang yung bonding moments namin during that time was watching shows, and she wanted me to join The Voice. And as much as I don't want to join competitions, kasi for me, actually, ang sabi ng mom ko, if you join a competition, baka ang feeling mo you're better than other people, or you're not as good as other people. And kailangan talagang pag nag-join ka ng isang competition, you really have to be confident of your own talent, of what you are good at, and not compare it to other people, because what you have is unique. And I didn't learn that until later on in my career na I have something to give pala.
Okay. So it was the suggestion of your mom or grandmother that you joined The Voice?
My lola.
Your lola. So
Yes.
we remember, a lot of people remember you as one of the semi-finalists in The Voice of the Philippines 2014.
Yes.
So did that competition jumpstart your professional career here in the Philippines?
Most definitely. Prior to joining The Voice, I was already trying to become an independent artist, producing my own albums. My very first one was with Mr. Soc Villanueva. Siya yung sumulat ng Kung Ako Na Lang Sana Yung Minahal. So I was already kind of in it na, and The Voice really propelled me 10 times beyond to what I can't even imagine, and I'm still able to do today because of the voice.
Wow. Okay, so how, aside from your Tita Cecile, who else would you consider as your mentors in the industry, and paano ka natulungan?
Yeah, sure. When I first came here, yung mga mentors ko was Miss Kula Desma. She would always bring me sa mga shows niya, and I would be her special guest wherever. And next would probably be the late Direk Freddy Santos. He was like a father to me in the industry. Talagang he really pushed me to my limits. If you know Direk Freddy, he really will tell you straight how he would like for you to pursue your career, and I appreciated it. It humbled me, especially coming from the US. Parang wala pa akong alam dito sa industry natin sa Philippines, and how much work and how hard it is to become successful. But I appreciate him. Si Bernardo din, Direct Bobby Garcia, who directed me in Atlantis, as well as Miss Joy Verata, who gave me my break as Myong later on at Repertory Philippines. So these are just a few of the directors and people that I really look up to, who have given me chances, and many more. There's so many names I could mention, and just thankful, very thankful.
It's really the people that believe in you that really push you
Yes.
to do better. Pero ano ang nag-udyok sa'yo naman na pasukin ang musical theater? I mean, you mentioned Myong.
Yes.
As a big break for you. Was that your biggest break in musical theater?
Here in the professional Philippine theater scene, Myong was my very first lead role. And so I really took it upon myself to do well as much as possible, to take everything I've learned up until that moment ng 2019 and gave it my all. And I was able to get a Broadway World Best Male Actor Award for that.
Wow, congratulations.
So I was really happy. And that kind of really solidified my love. I mean, it was a full circle moment from starting in theater workshops Seattle all the way to going into professional theater here. That was the pinnacle moment for me.
So let's go through your theater work. You were in Jersey Boys,
Yes.
Beautiful, the Carole King musical, and of course Myong. So alin ang pinaka-challenging o pinaka-rewarding sa mga roles na yon, and why?
I think the most enjoyable and special moment I had in theater, I think, would be Matilda with Atlantis. During that time that we did Matilda, the adult cast would have to learn the choreo of the kids first, because there's a lot of kids in Matilda.
Yeah.
So there are two casts, so we had to teach it twice, and then on top of our own choreo. And just watching the next generation succeed every day, learning their techniques and getting it right, and you really cry. And I think you, as well as a teacher, you can understand it's so rewarding to see when they get it, and they're succeeding and they're soaring. And
Yeah, that's true.
so Matilda for me was very fulfilling, very, very fulfilling.
Okay. Marami pa po tayong pag-uusapan kasama ang singer, songwriter, and musical theater artist na si Tim Pavino. Dito pa rin sa Art to Art, magbabalik po kami pagkatapos na ilang paalala.
Programang hatid ay sining at kulturang para sa lahat. Magbabalik ang Art to Art. Schedule ng mga inaabangang konsyerto, update sa mga magagandang panoorin sa mga tanghalan at teatro. Narito na ang Art to Art Calendar.
Narito ang ating arts calendar. Sa kultura, magbubukas ang Museong Pambata ng isang gabi lamang ngayong November 30 para ilunsad ang Pistang Kapuluan o Archipelago Festival na nakatuon sa sining at art installation mula sa lahat ng rehiyon ng Pilipinas. Ito ay pagdiriwang ng 2 taon ng Philippine Youth Atlas na nagbubuklod ng mga temang kapwa, kalikasan, kabutihan at kaluluwa mula sa higit na 500 kabataan sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas. Magkakaroon ng ng mga pagtatanghal sa opening fiesta na isasagawa sa Balay Yatu ng Museo Pambata na matatagpuan sa Rojas Boulevard, Corner South Drive, Manila. Bumisita sa social media pages ng Museo Pambata para sa detalye ukol sa ticket. Sa sining biswal, kasalukuyang isinasagawa ni Yeye Calderon ang kanyang ikapitong solo exhibition na makikita hanggang November 29 sa Art Asia Gallery, SM Mega Mall, Mandaluyong City. Pinamagatang Flowing Beyond, ito ay binubuo ng mga obrang gamit ang watercolor at ang mga bagong medium ni Calderon kabilang ang ink, coffee at collage. Nilalarawan niya ang mga urbanscapes sa kanyang estilong neo-expressionism. Sa teatro, ninihahandog muli ng tanghalang Pilipino ang award-winning musical na Sandosenang Sapatos na patuloy ang palabas hanggang December 8 sa tanghalang Ignacio B. Jimenez sa CCP Complex, Pasay City. Batay sa aklat pambata ni Luis Gatmaitan, ito ay kwento ng batang si Susie na gustong tuparin ang pangarap ng kanyang ama na magkaroon ng anak na ballerina kahit siya ay pinanganak na walang paa. Ang musical ay may libreto ni Layeta Bukoy, musika ni na Joed Balsamo at Noel Cabangon at sa direksyon ni Jonathan Tadioan. Gaganap bilang si Susie sina Felicity Kyle Napuli at Winces Jem Yana. Bumisita sa social media pages ng Tanghalang Pilipino para sa detalye ukol sa ticket.
Tinesting, sinuri, siniyasan. Ang resulta? Super effective ang Shield sa pagpatay ng bakterya at virus. Shield Antibacterial Soap. Believe ang mga eksperto sa Philippine Nurses Association. At si Mami.
Tiwala ako sa Shield.
Shield Antibacterial Soap. Napatunayang mabisa. Ang mga nurse, tiwala.
Hello, Washi! Laundry day na naman!
Yay! Anong meron?
Mancha ng chocolate,
Oh.
putik, may libag pa.
Kaya natin yan! With Pride Washing Machine Detergent, may triple stain-away formula. Tanggal ang makapit, madikit, at malupit na dumit-mancha. Kaya easy-easy ang labada.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon.
All you need is pride. All you need is pride. ACS.
Usapang sining at kultura para sa lahat. Art to Art.
Andito pa rin tayo sa Art to Art at kasama pa rin natin ang pop, balladeer, and musical theater artist na si Tim Pavino. So, you mentioned before the commercial break that you did get the Broadway World Best Actor sa Aliw Awards?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the Broadway World Philippines was for Myong.
For Myong, yes.
And yung Aliw naman po, before the pandemic, I did a musical called Next to Normal with Blue Rep in Ateneo. And that's where I received Best Supporting Actor in
sa
the
Aliw Awards. Okay. So, being awarded,
Yeah,
you know, let's talk about being awarded. How do these awards impact your approach to your craft, and what do these awards mean to you?
Well, first and foremost, God is good. And two, I hope I make my mom proud. Yung mga sacrifices.
I'm sure your family is very proud, Tim.
Ang daming sacrifices ng mom ko for me to hone my craft. So I just appreciate my mom so much. And these awards or accolades, I would say, just make me want to have more of responsibility as a performer, not just in doing well in my own craft, but also giving back to the next gen. I feel like I'm in that time of my career na 10 years later na I want to give whatever knowledge I have back. And I believe this generation is a little bit different now. Puro TikTok, puro online. And I think yung time ng theater and being an artist a few years ago was a little bit different. And I felt was a little bit more, how would you say, harder to come by opportunities.
Yeah.
You really have to fight.
Yeah.
Fight talaga.
Yeah.
And I want to inspire or light that fire in new artists as
Okay.
well.
You mentioned it's your 10th anniversary
Yes.
in the music industry. You did a collaboration internationally with an Indonesian composer
Yes.
and released the song Your Eyes.
Yeah.
So, pwede mo bang ikwento kung paano ito nabuo and ano ang naging creative process ninyo, lalo na nasa magkaibang bansa kayo?
Of course. What I love about us here in Southeast Asia, I believe our music is almost very similar, including our art forms. So, during the pandemic, syempre I was releasing mga songs, and I actually love listening to other artists from other countries. So, I listen to a lot of Indonesian music, and parang there was one time yung isang friend ko sa Indonesia, nag-post siya ng challenge for me to record an Indonesian song sa Instagram. And then nakita ni Ifa Fakir, he is an Indonesian film scorer, musical theater composer as well. He messaged me and said, "Are you Indonesian?" Sabi ko, "No, I'm not," but that's a huge compliment.
Yeah,
Are you Indonesian? Because we should work together. I think our music styles are the same. We should work. And so, dun nag-start ng parang 2021, May. So, nasa bahay pa rin tayong lahat.
Kasagsagan niya ng pandemya.
Yeah,
Oo.
so, nung time na yun, parang sabi niya, let's start writing. So, it took us siguro mga 3 months to write this song together. I wrote the lyrics, siya naman yung music. And I recorded the vocals here in my cousin's studio, sa Studio Z, Paolo Zarate. And ang galing kasi, may mga technology ngayon na we have something called Audio Mover, na from Indonesia, kahit nasa Indonesia si Ifa, he could hear my voice in the studio almost same time.
Wow.
So he could coach me while I was recording, and then
Yeah.
also vice versa.
Yeah.
Nung nasa studio din sila sa Indonesia, recording the strings and the orchestra.
The wonders of technology.
The wonders of technology, grabe. And so, we were able to come up with this song called Your Eyes. And yung inspiration ko sa song na to is, di ba sa mga weddings, ako I cry at weddings all the time. 2 times. It's one during the vows, but also the first time when the door opens, tapos nakikita yung
And the bride comes in, yes.
through, and when they see each other eye to eye, parang they're the only ones in the room. That's what I wanted to write about, yung Your Eyes, yung
I
comfort na yun.
Okay. So, as a songwriter, how do your personal experiences and influences shape the music you create? And do you follow a particular process of songwriting?
For me, I found that I love collaborating. I think that's how I compose best.
Nakaka-stimulate, no?
Yes. When you have someone to, parang nag-workout kayo.
Oh, yes.
But I also think about yung mga processes of like, my tita Cecil, sa Salazar Con, she really waits for the right moment. She doesn't force it. And so she tells me, pag naisip mo na, like if it's right there, write it down.
Yes.
I've seen her write songs in 10 minutes on a tissue paper, and it
Yes.
becomes this huge hit.
Napkin nga sa
Napkin,
ano,
yeah.
sa restaurant, di ba?
Yung how
kinukuha
did you
niya.
know niya? It was 20 minutes,
Yeah,
just out of nowhere. Like, so I want to be inspired in that way, and when I write, I don't want to force my writing. So that's my process na yan. So Tita Cecilia is a huge inspiration when it comes to composition. I always ask her, what do you think of this song? What do you think of this when I write it? So.
Well, Tim, looking back at the last 11 years, siguradong nakaranas ka din ng mga setbacks, challenges in your career. So, paano mo nalampasan ang mga ito, and ano ang nagbigay sa'yo ng lakas para magpatuloy?
For sure, during the time of The Voice, dun yung parang pinaka setback sa akin for me not to win. I felt na, okay, ito na, mawawala lahat ng mga projects in the future, anything, kasi baka the people will think I'm a loser. Ganun. That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Pero yung pala, parang si Lordy opened up a whole new way for me to do theater. I was able to record music where I wanted to record, and perform where I wanted to perform. So parang losing can be a winning moment as well. So that, along with faith, there was a time, I don't want to get too deep, pero I did lose my faith for a while, going to church. Parang for me, I questioned so many things that have gone wrong with my lola being sick, and me being here by myself, and parang yung struggle na yun, I was questioning God a lot. And somehow, God, if you don't want to go to church, God will bring the church to you. And I mentioned Matilda earlier. During that musical, the reason why that's also a big part of my theater career, that musical, the rehearsals happened to be next to CCF Makati. And when I went to the rehearsals for the first time, parang sabi ko, oh, God brought the church to me. I can't run away.
Yeah.
So I remember going first day rehearsal, sabi ko, wait lang. I went inside the church, they were still worshiping, and I was just crying in the front row, and I just surrendered all my problems. And so for me, when you are passing through setbacks, I always believe having a strong faith or foundation is important, and just reminding yourself of who loves you and who's been there and who's still reaching out to make sure you're
And
okay.
who's always going to be there.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes. Thank you, Mom. Love you. She's waiting for it. I know.
Well, as the year comes to a close, what are you looking forward to the most? And do you have any shows lined up for the holidays, or are you spending some personal time?
Yeah. Well, right now, I just came back from the US. Moving back now to Manila, I just want to be very thankful to the Apple family out there. Apple, I've been working for Apple for about 4 years when I went back to the US. So thank you to Apple for rehabilitating me and letting me pursue my dreams and passions. So now I am doing a follow-up to my Indonesian single. It will be a duet this time with one of
nice.
their theater artists.
Okay.
Very, very, I won't say who it is, Muna, but we're working on it, we're writing it. So that's
Yeah.
going to be coming out sometime next year. And I'm hoping to do more shows at Sana po. We can work together as
Yeah,
well.
of
I
course.
would love to.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
But I'm just excited for what God has for this 2025 and just holding on to those promises and seeing what the world can give.
Well, yeah, well, we're all for you, Tim. At syempre, hindi namin palalampasin ang episode na ito na hindi ka hihilingan ng sample.
Of course.
Okay? I mean, Filipino tayo, no?
Yeah,
Sample. So mula sa ating espesyal na bisita, bago yan, of course, can you tell us about the song or songs that you will be performing for us?
Sure.
And why did you choose to sing that for our program this
Sure.
afternoon?
First is Di Na Maghahanap Kailan Pa Man, which was written by Miss Salazar Con. She wrote it, and I was able to record it for my very first independent album. And I will also sing Your Eyes, which you mentioned earlier, so
okay.
that everybody can hear that one as well.
That's fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all sit back, relax, and enjoy this musical treat from our very special guest, Mr. Tim Pavino.
Ang buhay minsan ay parang may kulang. Kayong lahat ng bagay ay maaring makamtan. Kailan makikita kung ang hinahanap naman ay hindi rin alam. Pag-ibig sa Diyos ay aking nakamtan. Walang kapantay ng katahimikan. Sako ay binigay sa aking katanungan. Di na maghanap kailan pa man. Kailan makikita kung ang hinahanap naman ay hindi rin alam. Pag-ibig sa Diyos ay aking nakamtan. Walang kapantay ng katahimikan. Sagot ay binigay sa aking katanungan. Di na maghahanap kailan pa man. Di na maghahanap kailan pa eyes that shine brighter than the morning sky, eyes that say everything will be alright. Whenever I am scared, you hold my hand, erasing all the tears I cried. And now love can be forever. Trust me now, I'll never let go. Even when the storm is raging high and strong, as long as you are near, I'm fine. When I look into your eyes, eyes that shine brighter than the morning sky. Whenever I am scared, you hold my hand, erasing all the tears I cried. Love can be forever. Trust me now, I'll never let go. Even when the storm is raging high and strong, as long as you are near, I'm fine. When I look into your eyes, I know that time could never change how strong our love will grow day to day. And through whatever, we will stay the same. As long as you are near, I'm fine, because love can be forever. Trust me now, I'll never let go. Even when the storm is raging high and strong, as long as you are near, I'm fine. As long as you are near, I'm fine. into your eyes, when I look into your eyes.
Woo! Yes! Galing! Maraming salamat sa pagdalaw at sa pag-awit mo para sa amin sa hapong ito, Tim. We wish you more success in the coming year at sana ay makadalaw ka muli sa aming programa. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, samahan ninyo kami ulit dito sa Art to Art, kung saan ang usapang sining at kultura ay para sa lahat. Ito pa ang inyong balerina ng bayan, Lisa Macuja Elizalde, nagpupugay sa artistang Pilipino.